beautiful.
Beautiful but stubborn.
Well, you know, that's how the pretty ones are.
Hi guys, welcome back to Rolling Stonks. My name is CJ, and this is my 2010 Tesla Roadster Sport. I took this car to autocross, and the car had a lot of body roll, and there was almost no shock absorption whatsoever. Every time we hit a pothole on the track, we could feel it come through the wheel, hit the chassis, and reverberate through the chassis, and it just did not feel good. It did not sound good, and I don't want to take this car to the track again without rebuilding the shocks first. Luckily, there's a company in Arizona called Gruber Motors that work on this car specifically, and they have a shock rebuild program. Today, I'm going to do something I've never done before. I'm going to jack this car up, put it on jack stands, pull all 4 tires off, pull all 4 shocks off, and then we're going to pack those shocks up and we're going to mail them to Gruber Motors in Arizona, where they will get rebuilt. I'm bummed because I probably won't get to drive this amazing car for at least a few weeks, maybe even, I don't know, I dare say months. Depends how long Gruber takes to get the shocks rebuilt, really. But I am really excited that this car will have good shocks and I will get to drive it for the first time with wholesome shocks on it. I'm also very nervous about this because I've never done this before, so hopefully I can get all 4 of these wheels and shocks off with no problem. That's gonna happen, right? Right? Oh boy. Before we start this, we need to make sure we disable the car. You tap that screen a few times, it'll pop up. Tap it a few more times here. The code is 1050 on all the Roadsters. Click OK. Then we go to Controls, and we inhibit the APS. And it's going to shut down the car. Continue. Yes. There we go. The car has been disabled. This is my Archon 2-ton low-profile jack, and this will fit underneath the car perfectly. This is what you need if you're working on a low sports car like this. Okay. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This does seem a little sketchy, but it doesn't look like it's going anywhere, so yeah. Well, I don't know what's going on with my Roadster because I just called Gruber Motors and they said that they are able to get the entire car on jack stands with the jack stands at the points where this car is supposed to be jacked up. I am unable to do that. My car is sitting on its back legs and the middle jacks, and the front is lifting up high in the air. So ultimately, I am unable to get all 4 wheels off the ground, and I have succumbed. We're just gonna go ahead and see if we can get this side off, and if I can, that'll be a big victory for today. All right, well, it's fine. Boy, sometimes they make you work for it. Whew. All that for one lousy nut. You guys see that? And that is a nut and a washer that just fell out of the rear shock. I have been fighting those 2 pieces of hardware for several hours now. Honestly, I was about to give up. I was about to slap this back together and send it to the shop to have them do it. And I decided to go to the hardware store, get a little bit better tools, and sure enough, I got the right tools, I got some anti-seize, and we got the bolts off. So I am much more confident that I can now finish this job. We're gonna go ahead and pull the shock out, and you guys will get to see that. Buddy, we got it. Whew, there she is, the spacer. And this should just be coming right out. Right out. Right out. Easily and quickly. There's the spacer. Shoo-wee! There's the shock. Now this has an auxiliary shock in the back here, so. Ugh. Auxiliary shock. I have no idea if that's what it's called. And there it goes. Buddy. Check that out. Whew. Oh, that makes two. We now have both of the driver's side Tesla shock absorbers out. They actually look like they're in pretty good shape. Now, I do believe there's supposed to be something here to keep this from slamming into this piece, but it's gone, and the one that was here is gone too. I could be wrong about that, but pretty sure there's supposed to be a piece there. So that's where all of our clunks are coming from, is when these shocks compress, this piece hits that piece and it goes clunk. Hopefully sending these out to Gruber Motors to get them rebuilt will give me back my soft, cushiony ride. If it ever had a soft, cushiony ride. I have no idea what a Tesla Roadster feels like that has good shocks in it, because I've never been in one that has good shocks in it. Well, it's been a few days, and as you can see, it's snowing here in Northern California, which is crazy. But I got a hold of Gruber, and they told me how to get this car jacked up and all four wheels off the ground without using a lift. So I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can get that to work. And if I can, I'll get these other wheels and shocks off, and then I'll be able to send in all four shocks for rebuild at the same time. That would be amazing. Let's see if we can make it happen. Wow, never had this open before. Very cool. Let's see how this goes over. Okay. Woo. Guys, we'll try this at home. Okay. But we've got the back jacked up and both the back wheels are off the ground. So let's get the front ones done. Need that where we're going. After what we do, we need that where we're going. We need that over here. Now, we gotta jack this side up and get that under there. We finally did it. We have all four wheels off the ground. Now I can pull these ones off, get these shocks off, and we're on the home. Well, then we're halfway through. Not even halfway through, because then I have to make sure that the shocks make it in the mail, and then they make it back. We need a name for this car. I don't know what to name it yet. If you guys have any ideas, please leave them in the comments. Okay. Shock time, baby. Let's scary. There it is. That's number 3 of 4. Okay, there's the nuts, and there's the bolt. Yes, we've done that. Ooh, okay. Okay, so we got that. Now we just need to unbolt that, and we're good to go. Out come the shocks, out come the shocks. Now we don't want to break nothing. Yay! That's the 4th and final shock out of the car. Woo! Now it's up to Gruber. It has been months since I got to work on this amazing car because there were a few issues with the original shocks. The main issue was that the rear shocks were not rebuildable. Gruber tried to rebuild them several times and they were leaking. They couldn't get them to work right. That was really disheartening. Luckily, I worked out a deal with them where I got some brand new aftermarket shocks made by inTrax, and I'm going to install them here today. Let's get this box open and I'll show you guys the new shocks. According to Gruber, these shocks should bolt right on just like the OEM ones, so it shouldn't be difficult getting these on at all. This is the first time I've gotten to ever see these, so I'm very anxious. Oh look, they even gave me some instructions. Look at that, very cool. Okay, damping adjustment. And it looks like they're on the bottom like the old ones. Yes, good work, guys. Heck yeah, laminated and everything. Woo, doggy. There they are. Oh, man, these are nice looking. Here they are, my brand new inTrax shocks for the Tesla Roadster, custom made for the car. Oh my gosh, these look so nice. They're so fresh, fresh bump stops. These are the front shocks here with the external reservoirs, and these are the rear shocks. And they've got some beefy springs on them because those hold the batteries. It came with some new mounts to mount these external reservoirs, and I believe these are height adjusters, but I'm not going to mess with any of that because Gruber told me that they have actually had this on a car and tested, and it's ready to go on. So, without further ado, let's start getting these installed. These are the nice laminated instructions that came with it, and it says step 1, close the damping. So that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to close the damping. Tighten only until resistance can be felt, then release 1 click. So we're going to go ahead and go click these closed. There's resistance to release 1 click. Okay, we're going to go there. Okay, we've closed the dampers. Now, step 2. Set the damping to correct level. Okay, now we need to put them on. Oh yes, I am so excited for this to be. I get the feeling this is really supposed to be done from under the car, not from the side. 45 Newton meters. Here we come. There she is, installed on the car, and it's a perfect fit. Now these go in like this. Like this. This is quite challenging, in case you were wondering. There is hardly any room to get stuff in here, and I gotta get a nut and a bolt, in theory a torque wrench too. Maybe this time I'll finally get it. I keep dropping the nut in there and then it doesn't go on the bolt, and it's just a real pain in the butt here. Oh, did I get it? Oh, I think oh, I got it. Oh, finally. Thank God. Oh, okay. Now comes the fun part of tightening it.
Dude, don't put the wheels on it. It's a sculpture now.
Ah.
It's so beautiful.
Beautiful, but stubborn.
Well, you know, that's how the pretty ones are. Is it started?
It started, but...
Okay. I could do that.
Can you see it?
I can do it. I don't have to see it. I can do it.
All right, here.
And those are nylons.
Definitely take a stab at it.
You betcha.
Well, guys, we got Elmo Watt here from Thundercloud Band to give me a hand here. He says he can get this on here and get it torqued down, so he's going to give it a shot.
These are gorgeous.
Oh, my new shocks. I know. I'm so freaking excited to see what these are like. Fully adjustable, all the good stuff.
Yeah.
The shocks are specifically custom built for this car.
For this car. Sweet.
There it is. Okay.
Click.
Yeah, now let's tighten that bottom one up and then we'll get
All right.
and the backs will be done.
I'll give it the same. See if I can get that. For mechanics, they make bifocals that are upside down.
Gnarly.
But I don't have those.
We got the other side pretty good. He's gonna do this side. Get it as tight as it'll go, basically. And then the back shocks will be on.
Now, you wouldn't have to have a good cheater for me to use on this, would you?
Yeah,
little
so-
sleeve that I could put on the Allen wrench?
Oh, what I did was I put that on and I took this.
I'd hook it
This,
onto that.
there's a hole on the other side of this and you can stick this end, the long end in, and then use this to twist the stubby end.
They thought of us.
Yes, they sort
Oh,
of did.
man. Chris, I'm gonna have you give me my holdback.
Okay, that's on there.
And you can go ahead and tighten that some more if you want, as much as you can. That'd be
Yeah,
okay.
that'd
That's
be
down.
toward the.
Okay. All right.
But I'll hold it. Oh yeah, I felt it.
One more flat. We got it.
Sweet.
I'd call that a 60.
All right. Oh boy.
Oh, you keep it?
Oh, there we go.
Just jingle.
Oh my goodness. Awesome. Thank you. Look at that.
Are the
Rear
fronts on
shocks
already?
are on. No, the fronts
Okay.
need to go on, but
All right, we'll do the fronts after.
those can be a lot easier. Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to go clean up the RV that we just got done touring in, and then we're going to come back and finish this car so that it can ship tomorrow morning. Boy, it's been a long couple of days.
That's the Grateful Dead said. What a long, strange trip it's been.
Word. All right. I am back after backing my RV into one of my contractor's cars and pretty much destroying it. So it's been a rough day. Hopefully the rest of this install goes well, and maybe driving this car will put me back in a better mood. Ugh. We've got these awesome rear shocks on. Now let's get these front ones on. Okay, they already got spacers on these ones. That's cool. The puzzle here. So I'm gonna get this. Oh, what was that? There we go. Oh, there we go. Sheesh. Oh yeah, here we go. Come on, baby. Get in there. Question is, these go down here. Okay, well, it's sort of fitted in there. Alright guys, shocks are on and bolted up. Momo and I are going to get the wheels on and she's going to roll. Hopefully she rolls far and doesn't only roll a short period of time before something happens. Yes.
Alright.
Yes, yes, yes.
That's proof of
Holy
positive right
moly,
there.
she's on the ground.
And we're rolling.
Hear any weird noises? It already feels better. Full turn right is good. No weird noises, no rubbing. Full lock left, no rubbing, good. Oh my gosh, it's already so much softer than it was before.
Really? They must have been just totally collapsed.
Ooh, my brakes don't sound good, but they're just
Oh, they got rust
a
on.
little rusty. Oh, it's buttery smooth. Oh my gosh. You can't feel any bumps in the road.
Wow, that's nice.
Ooh. Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna make sure that all the steering stuff works.
Feels good.
It really does. Feels great. Oh, it feels so much better than it did before. Dude, it's way better. Oh my gosh, it's like night and day. This is the repair this car needed. Guys, I am so happy that this worked out the way it did. I cannot wait to get this thing out on the highway and let her do some runs. Dude, these shocks are so nice. Yeah, we do a little weird steering. Just to double check everything. Yep, feels good, feels good. Oh, the shocks feel so good. They're right in the middle too, so they actually got a lot of adjustment.
A lot of range.
To go forward or back. There's actually 50 notches in these. Nice. And I'm at 25 on each of them, so I'm right smack dab in the middle. And boy, I don't really think I need to make any changes for comfort there. Super soft. Way softer than the stock was. Going through that bump would have rattled and jarred the whole car before, and it just glided right through. Dude, this is exactly what I was hoping this would do to this car. It makes it daily drivable again because it's going to be comfortable again in here. Yes! 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 I love it when things work. I love it when you can fix things and they're better than they were before, and Elmo gets that because he mentioned that on the tour that he felt the same way.
Yeah.
when things break and you fix them and you make them better than they were before they broke,
Then you're happy you did the work.
that is one of the best feelings. Elmo Watt's gonna drive the Tesla Roadster for the first time. Well, he's gonna have to get in first. Look at that. This man's been in a couple Z's and Porsches or something.
Oh,
Oh yeah, it's like sitting on the ground in here. Ah.
so I do have a brake pedal. And I disengage the brake. And give her the D button. And proceed, huh?
That's it. That's all you gotta do. Look for traffic.
Silk.
Yeah, super smooth. Roadster is back on the road where she belongs.
I like the one pedal.
Yeah, it's interesting, huh?
Well, you can really focus on the driving. You're not
Yep.
swapping your feet around.
But you wish that you had that in your motorcycle, huh?
Well, fire and fury is also an attraction. The sound of clattering metal parts trying to fly in every different direction. It'll be hard to explain in the future what the charm of a roaring V8 producing 185 horsepower.
185.
High performance was 300.
Sheesh.
I like that.
Yeah.
Wow, this would be
One-footed.
very relaxing to tour in.
Well, maybe for a while. Oh,
Roots.
jeez.
Getting back to our roots.
Yeah, no kidding. Just breaking in the new shocks, no big deal.
The very finest of Humboldt County roads, paved one shovel load at a time.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, look at these roads, guys. Driving the Roadster on this used to be brutal. And now
Acid test of Gruber shocks. This is awesome.
And that's why one buys a car like this, you know, just for the driving experience.
Mm-hmm. That's why I'm saying, you know, waiting 6 months for the shocks, that's the price of this.
Yep.
The balance of this chassis is phenomenal. Well, the regen is like having a diesel motor. When you take your foot off, it holds the machine back
Uh-huh.
without having a big, heavy engine. More what I'm feeling is a chassis dynamic as you come in and you tighten the radius and the car doesn't lift, doesn't roll. All four corners stay planted.
Yep.
This is superior to mid-engine. This is superior to transaxle in the rear. How far does the battery pan go? Is it all to the rear?
It's, well, so it's not like a floor battery like the newer ones.
Right, that's what
they
they call
basically
this.
replace the engine space with the battery.
Right.
So it's where the engine
A
would
little
be.
bit of rear bias to it then. Which
A
is
lot,
why the front, that's why the front's so compliant, but it doesn't push.
Well, it's rear-wheel drive too. It's not
Right.
all-wheel drive, so.
Right, but you know, sometimes the front end's light. MR2 will push a little bit sometimes. It'll basically come to a halt on engine regen.
Oh yeah, like I said, one-footed driving.
Really delightful.
Yeah, it's a blast to drive, and you just plug it in when you get home, so it makes a good little, like, one-person commuter car because. Nice. There you go. It drives almost as smooth as the SL now.
Yeah.
The SL drives super smooth because it's got hydraulic fluid suspension. Oh man, it's so much more comfortable to be in here.
Yeah. It is real nice.
It was not like this before, man. It felt like a race car before. Now it feels like a road car.
I think you're going to appreciate it racing as well, though.
Oh yeah.
You know, because body control, and this is sublime control.
I'm in the Tesla Roadster right now, just driving it around. I just washed it. She's all nice and clean. And oh my gosh, they repaved the worst road in Humboldt, and I'm so stoked. Look at this road. This is Herrick Avenue, and it used to be full of potholes. It was just awful. And look at it now. It's so smooth. And on this street with this car, with these new shocks, this feels so good right now. Guys, I am so happy with the way this turned out. The shocks feel so good. Thank you so much to Gruber Motor Company for making this happen, because without you guys, I would not have been able to get such awesome upgraded shocks on my Roadster. If any of you guys have a Roadster and you're looking for a shock alternative or upgrade or replacement, these are definitely it. I highly suggest these. The instructions that came with the shocks told me to set the front on -25 clicks and the rear on -23 clicks, and I believe there's about 50 clicks overall, so roughly halfway. And I must say, the factory recommended settings are stellar. This car drives so good now. It's finally the supercar experience that I have been waiting for. Well, thank you guys so much for watching my channel. If you guys like content like this on cars like this that now ride like a dream, please subscribe to my channel. Peace out, rock on.